press the button. I gotta press the button on the mic. The one thing I forgot. What the hell am I bringing this up? I don't want that up there. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. On this 10.30.2023. Current time is 05:56 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. On this Monday morning, we are getting a Monday going here, start of a new week. I hope everybody had a good weekend. And Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch, as well as Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, Twitter, X/Twitter, and Facebook, the real Facebook. I posted all those posts there this morning. Good morning, Tim Fan 40, Yo. Ads. You should get ads. You're a freaking. What is this? You're a VIP, Tim. I got you as a VIP. You shouldn't have got ads. Did you see some ads? Maybe the initial ads, but you don't see the ads afterwards. I see the little logo there. I had some ads up over here. We're on the big screen here. I've got you Twitch on the Roku now. I was able to jerry-rig that to bring up the Twitch, so you'll see me in the background there. It went right away. Okay, so yeah, I think the problem we had, but I see that you are now in VIP status, Tim, and we were missing you last week. And so I hope all is well with you as far as that goes, and such. I'm glad. I was really happy to get the tweet in your pics there yesterday, but I was wondering. I said, where the hell is Tim been? You know. Yeah, a couple days, no problem. That third, fourth day, it's like, wait a minute, where's he going? It's going in the four days here and stuff. I hope everything's fine. And I know you're busy. You must be taking care of business and stuff like that. So let's see. I gotta get this up here on this. Okay, there we go. So we're getting going, and we're up and running as far as that goes. And we appreciate you all being here. And but I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was raining yesterday, so didn't really do much except hang out here at the computer desk. And let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, we got that. Okay, and but we do have the morning coffee. The morning coffee tastes mighty fine this morning. And I didn't make mention, except this weekend was on broadcast. Helen, Leggy Lady. Noticed that I got a haircut. The missus gave me a haircut Saturday. I was in desperate need. When I start curls in the background, I need to get a haircut. So we got them. We got the haircut there going, and just so you know, I got it on the clock here, Tim. Ads start in 4 minutes and 18 seconds. So if you get ads, type in the comments to let me know, please, as far as that goes. So let me know about if we get any ads, okay? Because I'd like to know. I actually got an ad when I first fired this up. You could see an ad going, so I don't know what that's all about, but it gives me a more perspective of when the ads are and are taking place and such. Let's check it. I want to put that like that, and we want this down to about, well, actually I can bring this over a little bit more. I think that's what I need to do. I'm just resizing my my guest star window and stuff. We do have guest stars, so I have guest star. Well, it's not called guest stars anymore. It's called streaming together. That's what it's called. Streaming to. Oh, I put an A in together on my thing, didn't I? I gotta change that. On my tag, I spelled together, T-O-G-E-A-T-H. Oh man, I'm back in grade school. But we're getting our day started here. We're currently in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside here. It is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius, and it was raining yesterday, like I said. And we're supposed to get some rain today. I don't know where it's at right now, but let's see, we got rain early, then remaining cloudy with showers in the afternoon. High 52 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a little, we've been having 70-degree weather here the last couple of days, but we're down to 52. Winds out of the west by northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 90%. I did see some more geese fly overhead. They did harvest. They harvest a soybean out here Saturday, I believe, Saturday, and then I think they replanted. It was later that evening. The missus, we were watching TV, and we saw light out in the back field, and it's like there's a tractor out there. So I walked out there, and they're planting again. I think I think they harvest. They brush hog around the edges and stuff like that. They get the field ready. And I think they planted winter. So we're going to see in the next couple of weeks if we have some little green things growing, because we did have the winter wheat last year. So and I'm just hoping they plant corn next spring. But chance of rain 90% today. Sun will be rising this morning at 07:36, which is in about another hour and 32 minutes. Sun will be rising at 7:36 a.m. and setting later today at 6:04 p.m. The days are getting shorter. And let's see. Let me check. Let's see, what's the rain a 10-day before we get to our world times and temperatures. The 10-day. Yeah, well actually okay, the rain's not going to come in till later. Oh wow, that's a change. It must have shifted probably right around. We might be able to get our walk in. I don't know. I didn't see any raindrops falling in some puddles out there this morning, but the chart's showing that the bulk of the rain will be coming here about 10, 11, and 12 o'clock. So we'll check that there. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. Honolulu, Hawaii, which is in today at 12:03 a.m. is their time currently in Honolulu. Partly or cloudy skies with partly clear skies. 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona at 3:03 a.m. currently clear skies. 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, clear skies at 36 degrees Fahrenheit. New York City, it's raining down in New York City, so they can have the rain. We don't need it up here. I'm just surprised we don't have rain now. We had rain up until late last night, 10, 11 o'clock, I think. New York City, it's raining. It's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland, at 10:03 a.m. Cloudy skies, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italy, at 11:03 a.m. currently. It's raining in Milan, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. In New Delhi, India, we have sunny skies in New Delhi at 3:34 p.m., 90 degrees Fahrenheit. South of New Delhi in Mumbai, India at 3:34 p.m. also, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur, it's still thundering. We still have thunderstorms and rain in Kuala Lumpur at 6:04 p.m. in the evening, 81 degrees there. In Tokyo, Japan at 7:04 p.m. in the evening, clear skies, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And down in Melbourne, Australia at 9:04 p.m., 57 degrees Fahrenheit, clear skies, and ad break in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Melbourne is 57 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Sydney, Australia at 9:04 p.m. in the evening, 79 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Our I had to check this. Our world times and I got commercials going. See, I got commercials going right now. Look at that out. We got commercials. So what's the first commercial? The iPhone. We've got the iPhone. We got a movie remake over on there. We got a game now. What's this game? What is this game? This is Lord of the Rings. Do they have an advertisement on here? Oh, this is the new Lord of the Rings game. Find Your Way Home. Lord of the Rings, Return of Moria. Okay, that's a new one. Now we have an LL Bean commercial. we're sort of waiting. Are you seeing commercials, Tim? I don't know. Tim is a contractor. For those watching on the replay, here on my Rumble channel and YouTube channel, and I'm not sure. He's on the job right now. He's probably in the shop. He's out there in Michigan, and I'm not sure if you're seeing the ads there, Tim. If you can give me a little feedback there, if you're still there. Our thought for today comes from Robert F. Kennedy. I don't know if I think it's Robert Kennedy Jr. I don't think it's the current Robert Kennedy that's running for president as an independent. The son of Robert Kennedy. Or no, Robert Kennedy Jr. is the son. He's the one that's running. Okay, so this is Robert F. Kennedy, his father. Robert Francis Kennedy, also known as RFK, and by the nickname Bobby. He would have probably became our president if he wasn't assassinated during the 1968 political year there. Was an American politician and lawyer. He was also his brother's God, what do they call that? The chief cop there and stuff like that. But his thought for the day, or our thought for the day, his quote goes as follows. If I can get my X/Twitter up, here we go. And I think it's good because it talks about change. We're always changing, but he has a way of looking at this. Progress is a nice word. You know, they talk about, oh, we got to get progress. That's a nice word. But change is its motivation, and change has its enemies. There's a lot of people that don't want change. Change is going to happen. Time is part of that, but time doesn't initiate change. I think we had a quote about that, something, the fact that time will just march on. It's the people that have to, there's things that have to change. Us as we change ourselves as far as things that we can do to improve ourselves and stuff like that. Nature's going to do its own change because they have their own thing that they're doing. But and over time you'll see those changes and stuff. The changes is within the individual and the thing that is growing, the living entity, I guess you could say. But progress is a nice word. Okay, you're not going to have that unless you have change. But change is the motivation. You want to change. You want to change things for the better, hopefully. That's what I'm always thinking. Change it for the better. And change has its enemies because people don't want change. They don't want to look. They're looking at the same old boom with the blinders on and stuff like that. That's why I don't watch and follow certain broadcasters here on Twitch anymore. Or do I follow those folks back over on apps that they're the same people, they're the same individuals that doing the same crap. You could say I'm doing the same crap, but I do change it up, and I did get a really good compliment from Ted Hicks yesterday on Tony D's Belt Kings fantasy football yesterday, which I was really, it really, you didn't see it on camera because I don't know. It just, I was really like, boom. After the broadcast, I was letting the missus know and stuff. It's just wow and stuff. But thank you for that compliment yesterday. When we were doing gratitude, Ted, we had a full crew yesterday. Oh my God. But thank you, Robert F. Kennedy, for the quote, progress is a nice word, but change is its motivator, and change has its enemies. It does. People don't want to change. They just want the same old crap and stuff like that. But yesterday, let's see. Oh, that's my my other tablet. Yesterday, we did have a full panel over on Tony D's Belt Kings fantasy football. Yesterday, I did broadcast yesterday for about an hour, which was a pretty decent broadcast there. I found our good friend Ed Waters. He was on the. Let me pop Ed's Ed Waters is a very good friend. He came in yesterday. I've tried bringing him up on guest stars, but I guess using guest stars, you have to verify your phone number with Twitch, because I checked my in fact, let me switch that over to that. I've checked here in the settings for my account, and I don't have email or phone verification on as a broadcaster for those people that want to come into my broadcast. I do have some things turned on for certain broadcasters that I don't want here and stuff like that. There was a raid yesterday. I think Michael Bathurst, who was on the show yesterday, thought it was him again, but well, no, I think the person that was raiding must have came through Michael Bathurst's and stuff like that, because it was paired. We were learning about being paired using Restream, so that was interesting. And but the person that raided is I don't watch anymore. It's just that there's no value there in watching a negative person as far as that goes, and a person that doesn't respect anything but themselves and stuff like that. So it gave me disrespect as far as I'm concerned. So that's been a change for the better for me, because I don't have to waste so much time on a broadcast that I don't get value. But yesterday we had Ed Waters in, a great guy, podcaster from Oregon, Dead America, and he tried coming. I tried bringing him up on guest stars, and it didn't. And you have to use Chrome. I think he said it said it had to use Chrome or Firefox, so I'm not sure what browser he's on. And so learned something there. So we're learning something that enables us to take care of those changes we have to do. But I did broadcast for an hour yesterday morning for Fireman Rich with guest stars. We didn't have a guest star up, but I tried. But the big one was after that at 10:30. Tony D's. Get Tony D. Tony D's. That's his X/Twitter handle. Tony D. Tony Tone 163, and we had the fantasy, and we had Michael Bathurst. We had Brian up. Ted Hicks came up, and JoJo came up towards the end. So we had like 6 people. That's posted over on my. I ended up doing it concurrently broadcast on here on Twitch, where you can still see the replay, and I repurposed it over on YouTube and Rumble. But I also did the Twitter live bit. Restream, that's only one of the platforms there between EVMux, StreamYards, and Flutin, that you can go to Twitter with no issues. And we looked pretty good. 6 people up there. We had a very good broadcast talking about football of yesterday, and it was a good football day yesterday for some teams, and some surprises, I guess, too. But it was good sitting with that caliber of some all great broadcasters there, as far as with Michael Bathurst, who's back now, and Brian. I don't think Brian broadcasts. He's always he's like a guest on other broadcasts, but he's very knowledgeable on football, and JoJo as well, and MMA fighting or whatever there. So, and Ted Hicks, of course, a great guy, and Michael Bathurst and Tony D. You know, it's just like it was one of those haps moments that, you know, one of the good haps moments that we had, where we had 6 people up in Tony's broadcast, and it was flawless. It was great. I mean, there's no disconnecting or anything like that. And the broadcast I had earlier, that was pretty much. We had a little bump, I think, but for the most part, it was good. So I had a ball on yesterday's Belt Kings fantasy football. So check out the replay. 2 hours. We went 2 hours, and well, we had Michael Bathurst in the thing, so we have to. He's a real hoot as far as and fun to be in the broadcast with and stuff like that. He's out of Toronto, Canada, and it's just good seeing him and stuff like that, because there's value there. There's entertainment compared to other broadcasts that, like, it's the same old shit as far as that goes. And you know, it's more on the negative side as far as complaining and this and that. And I don't watch broadcasts the person is just into themselves and stuff like that. It's like, so it was interesting. The raid there is, I know, you know, there's an alternative motive as far as that goes. It seems and stuff like that, but I could care less. I'll never be on the same. I'll never be in the same broadcast with that broadcaster again anymore. Anyway, so, and I'm not losing any sleep over it. I could probably imagine, given the past reputation and what I know about this individual broadcaster, they're probably using it as content, because some of the content that, and I thought pretty highly of this individual, but I don't anymore. It's just it's the individual's just a joke, and I'm just putting it. It's just more that individual's loss, me not being there and stuff like that. That's the way I take it. Oh, am I thinking about myself? Oh, I should do that. I'll be like that other guy. Oh, but anything, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, and as far as that goes, it's just amazing. The amazing of some people's human nature and stuff like that. So, but the best to that person's family, and that individual too. You know, but as a broadcaster, just crap. And I say that laughingly, it's comical. If you want to have a good laugh, go over there and stuff like that. Even the folks that he has, some of the folks over there, they're just lemmings, especially his mods. As far as that goes, I shake my head. It's like I'm 65 years old, and they think I'm a little punk kid, and it's like, no, you gotta. All of you would be surprised. All of you would really be surprised if I was sitting at a bar having a beer with you or in a cafe. And who was I telling that yesterday? You'd be Laura, the individual from Norway, who was on my broadcast Saturday. I did Lord of the Rings online broadcast. And there it is. I'm bringing value. I'm bringing a game, and I'm showing him the game and stuff like that. I'm not talking about the same old shit and stuff like that, and doing the same antics as far as that goes. You know, I'm not going to go into detail on the broadcasts. I don't watch anymore. I think of it. I have to laugh, because it really is. There's people that are hoodwinked until they get slapped in the face, and they're like, wait a minute, what's this person? This person's okay. I've been watching you for well over a couple of years, and you take one little comment out of context, and you go. And I've said this before, because I have gotten some. I did get some transcripts on the last time I was on there, which was probably like 5 months ago, I think. Yeah, coming up on 6 months now. That I went wacky or something like that. It's like, no, that's far from that point. It just goes to show the intelligent level when I hear that type of commentary and stuff like that of the individual. It's like they don't know shit. And but I'm moving on. It's nice to at this point. I just laugh because again, it's disappointing, because the person I had high regards for and high respect, but then it became clear that it's like, wait a minute, this person isn't this type of person. And I've had that and I've talked about this before. I've had individuals in my life, and it's a life experience. You move on and you learn from it and stuff like that. I don't think the broadcaster that I don't watch anymore is learning any from it. It's just like just a bozo as far as I'm concerned. But and again, I wish the individuals him. The individual and the family is fine. I don't wish any ill will. You know, you got to be kind. I do know that as far as that goes, but it's just a funny moment as far as bringing it up. Let's see. We did our thought for today. Let's see I don't want to dwell on that. It's just a comical thing that's just to bring up. It's past history now, as far as water under the bridge, so to speak. Our national day today, which it pops up here. Let's see. National Wicked Day. Wicked. Okay, I guess Wicked is some sort of thing there. National Publicist Day. No. Speak Up for Service Day. No. World Audio Drama. They should have a World live streaming drama. We're just talking about that. Yeah, I would put that individual I just talked, I mentioned, and I won't say his name, just out of, that's the respect I have as far as I think it's not worth it and stuff. Plus, you can't do that. That's called doxing. I don't want to. I'm not bad mouthed. I'm just joking. Which I'm sure that individual's joking about me as far as that goes and stuff. Because again, I have to remind people that I am 65. I have a life experience under my belt. I may have the same life experience as you, but I've been around the block a few times and stuff like that. And I have been overseas. I've traveled, even though I haven't traveled in a while. I traveled extensively back, and things haven't changed. They've gotten worse. So, but somebody says they're an expert, and I sort of, maybe that's what it was. Anyway. We have our broadcasting drama queens, and I try not to go into that mode. I just like the drama queens I don't watch anymore. But no, we're going to go with National Candy Corn Day. I like that. But then again, I've had candy corn here last month. The candy corn, it's just pure sugar and stuff like that. And having a little sugar is not going to hurt you. It's just when you eat a lot of the shit that it's not good. But the candy corn doesn't taste the same as when I was a kid. I had this like, oh, okay, this is... Where they have a nutrition bar or something like that has more flavor. The candy cane, it looks good, but it just doesn't have the same appeal now as far taste wise for me as I did when I was a kid. Of course, I don't eat a lot of sugar anyway, but give me a payday candy bar. Ooh, I have one. I haven't had one of those in a long time. I used to get one of those at least once a week after work or something like that, was when I gassed up the car. On October 30th, the country celebrates its favorite vegetable for National Candy Day. Candy corn, that's not a vegetable. Hashtag National Candy Corn Day. In the late 1800s, George Reinger of the Weidler's okay, he is a Weidler. Remember the caramel hard candies. Weidler's Candy Company created candy corn. His sweet treat represented the bright colors of the corn kernels. Originally, candy corn was yellow, orange, and white. However, it wasn't until 1889 that the Galaz's Candy Company made the candy popular. Later, other candy makers developed a variety of popular colors and flavors as well. The original confection was made of handing by hand. Oh, it was made by hand using corn syrup, sugar, water, marshmallow, and fondant, and some type of wax. A wax made from leaves of the palm tree. However, modern candy makers combine the original ingredients using machines. The machines changed everything as far as that goes in the production of foods and candies and stuff like that. These days, numerous recipes create the candy corn flavor in cakes, cookies, and beverages, and more. So there we have. It's National Candy Corn Day. Let's see. Tomorrow I will be doing a Mixcloud broadcast, just to give a program note there. I won't be doing the Fireman Rich audio podcast. And I'll be presenting 8 songs over there on my Mixcloud channel of mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. And there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's 9. So I have room to put 1 broadcast. I can only put up to 10 broadcasts on this new page that I have. But there is a link on that page off to the side when you hit more options. No, that's not it. Where is it? More options. What happened here? Oh, maybe I just click it. How come that's not clicking? Well, it has my Facebook, Twitter, X, and it shows the fire. I thought I had the link to the previous... Huh, more options. Oh, maybe they changed that. I gotta look into that. I thought I had the link to my original Mixcloud page, which is let me see if I can go to it here real quick. The page I'm on now is Richard M. Roberts, but the original page that has close to 212 shows on that I don't want to put in a draft mode. I want to leave it up there for archive-wise. Is over there on mixcloud.com/Rich Roberts. So that's the original one that I have 212. So I'm up around 220 some broadcasts, and let's see, more options. It doesn't have, oh, that's interesting. Okay, anyway, I'll be doing Mixcloud tomorrow, and to play the Want to Be Radio DJ, which I like to do. I do that every 2 weeks now. I think I'm in the swing of doing that every 2 weeks, as far as that goes. Let's see, in our world history, 50 years ago today, what's this bridge? The Bosa Freer Bridge was completed, linking Europe and oh, this is a bridge over in Europe. Okay, it's just another bridge. Okay, let's go 1735. American founding father and President John Adams was born on this day, and as far as that goes. And let's see, back in 1918, the Ottoman Empire signed an armistice ending World War I in the Middle East. And El Salvador and Honduras signed a peace treaty over border dispute back in 1980. They were duking it out there down in Central America. And then first democratic elections in Argentina after 7 years of military rule back in 1983. I guess the United States is opening up relations again with Venezuela there and stuff. We're supposed to. The oil prices have dropped. They've dropped over 20 cents here, which is good. They're still high, but I think the average price of gas now is $2.60 or $3.60. I'm sorry, I'm down into two. Thank you. That was the missus. She heard me. Yeah, I saw that $3.60 the other day when I went and got the pizza. Yeah, so that was it just a week ago. It was up to like $3.90 or something. It was pushing $4 and stuff like that. So there's a big drop, and I think that's because of Venezuela allowing the oil to come in and stuff like that. Of course, they have their problems now. I saw a 60 Minutes piece on Venezuela here last month, or was it the month before? And one of the I can't think of the commentator. He wanted to just get $100. Well, you know, maybe that was Tucker Carlson that was doing that. I was watching the Tucker Carlson. He was down there. That's what it was. It was Tucker Carlson. But I did see a 60 Minutes piece on Venezuela. They, you know, as much oil that they have, the country it should be a flourishing country like those countries over in the Middle East that have oil and stuff. But Venezuela. Tucker Carlson, he wanted to get $100, and he sort of went to the black market way because they got a tight control on that. But he had to bring a bag. It was like for $100, he had a grocery bag of bills for just $100. That's the inflation rate down there in Venezuela. Let's see. In 1991, the Madrid Peace Conference, organized by the U.S. and Soviet Union, opened the first time in 43 years. Israel has talks to all its Arab neighbors about peace, and I guess that was just before we got the current Abrams Accord, and but there's some people that didn't want. I think Saudi Arabia was on the verge. I think after the interview, Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, was on the verge. Probably, I think, was gonna say, hey, we're at peace with Israel now. Then we have this crap that's going on because there was a very good interview a month and a half ago with the Crown Prince of the Saudi Arabia and with Brett Barr of Fox News. Great interview. The Crown Prince, he spoke in English. He was very sincere. I took it. He was very sincere. It gave me hope of peace, further peace in that area. And then all of a sudden we had October. It's October 7th. It was the 7th. Israel's version of 9/11 and stuff like that. But anyway, let's see. Moving on. 82 years ago today, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt gave an additional $1 billion to the Lend-Lease Act funding to Great Britain to help fund Allies' efforts to win World War II. That was before we declared war on Germany. And let's see, what's this? Oh, and on this day in 1938, is this? What day is this for? This is October 30th. Okay. They were talking about this, but on this day in 1938, the War of the Worlds radio drama was broadcast on CBS nationwide. Of course, there's been some movies. I like the original one. Tom Cruise had an updated version of that. And its unique format of news reporting unintentionally set the country into a panic because they thought the aliens were coming. Upwards of 1 million people actually believed the alien Martians had landed. It was a Halloween episode on the Mercury Theater on the air, produced and directed and narrated by actor and future filmmaker Orson Welles, and adopted from the H.G. Wells novel The War of the Worlds. Radio play terrifies nation. And also, let's see, on this day in 1982, the Australian group band, I love this group, Men at Work, went to #1 in the U.S. for their first time with Who Can It Be Now? That's a great song. They came on like gangbusters. I like them. I still like them. They're good. Formed in Melbourne in 1978 by songwriter Colin Hay on lead vocals and Ron Stryker on guitar. The energetic rhythm, reggae-inspired vocals, and quick sense of humor, and memorable sax riffs by Greg Ham. I love the sax in Men at Work. Who played flute on the first side, Down Under, earned them international success at a Grammy Award for Best New Artist with their double LP, Business as Usual. And a happy 84th birthday to Grace Slick, the singer-songwriter and musician widely known in rock and roll history for the role in San Francisco psychedelic music scene in the mid-1960s, part of Jefferson Airplane, which later became Jefferson Starship. And I had a couple of their albums. They're a good group. I like them. I like Jefferson Starship. Slick's powerful voice featured a number of well-known songs, included White Rabbit, Somebody to Love, We Built This City. I love that song. We built this city, and nothing's going to stop us now. These days, after more than 20 years of sobriety, okay, good for her. She devoted herself to painting and retired from music 21 years ago. So thank you. Okay, and a happy birthday to Henry Winkler, the Fonz. He turned 78 today. The actor, comedian, director, and producer skyrocketed to fame for his role as Arthur Fonzarella in the sitcom Happy Days, playing the lovable bad boy who we got an ad break in 1 minute and 27 seconds. Who's into motorcycles. So he had a couple other TV shows there, as far as that goes. So happy birthday to the Fonz. Let's see what we got on the AP side. I think we got commercials going again. Yep, we got the commercials going, as you could see. That's why I got this up, so I could see. And for some reason, the commercials are showing as far as that goes. So it just gives me a better understanding of these commercials and stuff like that. I had this up yesterday on the broadcast and stuff like that, so I'm loving the fact that I can get Twitch up on my big screen and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And that's not even a smart TV. That's coming off of the Roku. The Roku is connected to the TV. What kind of TV is that? That's a Sanyo. A Sanyo. Let's see. And the vice president of William Howard Taft in 1912, Vice President James S. Sherman, running for a second term of office with President William Howard Taft, died 6 days after election on this day in 1912. Wow. We did that one. Back in 1963. No, 1961. How did I get a 3 out of that? 1961, the Soviet Union tested a hydrogen bomb. The Tsar bomb with a force estimated at about 50 megatons. They don't do that anymore. At least we don't know they don't do it anymore. And going down the list. In 2001, Ukraine destroyed its last nuclear missile silo, fulfilling the pledge to give up vast nuclear arsenals it had inherited before breaking away from the Soviet Union. Of course, they're still duking it out over there, and we don't hear much about the Ukraine war. But from what I've scraped as far as the information that I have gathered, and reason would not is because the money is going that way, and they don't want to dry up that. The Ukrainians are kicking the Russians' ass right now, from what I hear. Okay, I'm pretty sure you don't hear. Or else they're just sort of sitting back and relaxing a little bit and stuff like that. But they need to go to the peace. They need to go to the table, both sides, as far as it goes. End that war. Let's see. In 2012, the Walt Disney Company announced it would be buying Lucas Films. This is 2012, Ltd. for $4.5 billion, paving the way for a new Star Wars trilogy. Of course, I think the Disney, Solo was good, Rogue One was good. I didn't like the way they killed off Han Solo. I guess Skywalker, that was all right. That's okay. That's to save the masses and stuff like that. Let's see. In 2013, the baseball Red Sox romped to their third World Series the curse was over. Third World Series championship in 10 seasons. Trout winning against the St. Louis Cardinals 6-1 in Game 6 in Fenway Park. And Fenway's a nice stadium, unless you're sitting in a seat that's behind a pole. They do have. That's how old the stadium is. They still have those seats. I'm gonna have to get some more coffee here in a little bit. Okay, let's see. And speaking of baseball, we're going to resume the World Series, I guess, today. I thought there was a game yesterday. It was a game Saturday. And let's see, what happened Saturday? The Diamondbacks tied it up. The first game, the Texas Rangers won, and the Diamondbacks tied it up 9-1. There was no game yesterday, just a lot of football. And we have a game tonight at 8:03. Rangers are still out there. Are out there in Arizona. They'll be there for the next 3 games. I want the Texas Rangers to win. I might watch some of this. No, we got Monday Night Football tonight too. So I'm not really baseball as far as I'm concerned, because the Mets aren't in it, the Yankees aren't in it. If the Phillies were in, I'd probably watch it. If the Phillies, they're a Northeast team, as far as that goes. So. And I was sort of hoping for a Phillies Rangers. That would have been interesting. Phillies were a good team, but as far as I'm concerned, baseball is more or less over with. As far as I'm concerned, just checking out the box scores here. I mean, the World Series is supposed to be a big deal, but I don't know. I guess unless you're a Diamondback or a Texas Ranger fan, I'll probably catch some of the game. I'll watch a couple innings here and there and stuff like that. And we also have the ending of the season of the Canadian Football League up there in Canada, north of where I'm at here. I'm about 2.5. I'm about 2.5 hours away from the border to Buffalo. as far as that goes. It's 2.5 hours of Buffalo, but let's see. This weekend, Friday night, the Blue Bombers beat the Stampeders, and then the Alouettes, the Montreal team, beat the Tiger Cats, and the Argonauts, the team I'm rooting for, beat the Rednecks Saturday. So the semifinals, because the Argonauts and the Blue Bombers are in the divisional finals already. They won their divisions. There's 2 divisions. The teams that are going to fight out for the second place in the 2 divisions, the Tiger Cats will play the Alouettes this Saturday at 3, and then at 6:30 the Stampeders play the Lions for the and then the World Cup, or not the World Cup, the Grey Cup. That's the Canadian version of the Super Bowl, will be played on November 19th at 6 p.m. When the 19th? The 19th is, that's a Sunday. So I'm gonna probably end up watching that. I'm gonna try and find a channel to watch it here on the Roku. I think it's on the CBS Sports channel. As far as that goes, that's why I've been seeing it because most of the time when I watch the Canadian football, I'll tune into it on the TV out in the living room. But the standings, the Argonauts, they finished 16-2. So the Alouettes and Tiger Cats, this is for the Eastern Division. Alouettes are 11-7, and the Tiger Cats are 8. I think it's going to be Toronto against Montreal. Alouettes are the Montreal team. The Tiger Cats, I don't think. And then in the Western Division, you got the Blue Bombers. They're 14-4, but the Lions, they're 12-6, and Stampede. So I think the Lions, they're 12-6, where the Stampeders are 6-12. So I think that's going to be the setup. Overall, I think the Argonauts are going to win. They're just too powerful. I've seen them play. They're in sync. They're in tune. But it doesn't mean that it could all fall apart in the playoffs and stuff. Such was the case with San Francisco a couple times there in years past. They won last night in the game. What was that final of that game? That game. Oh, that's next week's schedule. Oh no, they lost. I'm sorry, they lost. That's what I'm saying. You never know. Everybody, I actually picked the 49ers. I was sort of hoping Cincinnati would win, but I think everybody that we do the football picks, everybody that was on the panel for Fantasy Football League in the broadcast on Tony D's broadcast, again, Tony D, check out his broadcast, Fantasy Bell Kings Fantasy Football. I think we all picked 49ers because they're the powerhouse in the National Football League, National Football side, and not the American, but the national. But they lost. And the other big upset was Kansas City. Oh my God, Broncos. Oh my God, that was the upset of the week. Bengals, they're up there. They're pretty decent. I think they had a chance. Joe Burrows played an outstanding. What did he do? Joe Burrows. I wrote a few notes on Joe. No, I didn't do any notes. But Joe Burrows had a game. I did do some notes on the Giants game. Oh, that was dismal. Giants should have won that game. Especially the kicking. The kicker lost that game. I guess he's a local guy. He's well liked and stuff. I don't think he's going to be on the team. Tony D, salute to you, sir. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. And Tony says good morning.
Oh, good morning, Tony.
Here it is. Here it is. There it is. And back. No, that's all right, Tim. You're okay. You're good. Yeah, I guess we didn't have the broadcast. I was asleep anyway, Tony. I wasn't going to make it. I was out watching the Chargers whoop on the Bears there, and I just fell asleep. I just fell asleep. But the Kansas City Bronco games, I guess Russell Wilson passed for 3 touchdowns, and I guess it helped the Broncos that there was 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. That Kansas City coughed up. And I guess Mahomes injured his left hand. He wasn't. He was under the weather, I guess. You know, that game wasn't televised, so. But that's a big shocker, as far as that goes. The Broncos beating the Chiefs. Let's see, Seahawks. The Seahawks Browns. That was a close game. And let's see, the Saints. I guess they showed up this week. Texans lost to the Panthers. Remember, we thought that Michael Bathurst is the only one to pick the Panthers. They beat the Texans 15-13. And you're just waking up. Are you off today, Tony? If you're waking up, you're still at the house, or you're still at the household there, as far as that goes. Do you go into work today? Do you go into work? Got to go to a conference this week. Oh, you're going to a conference. Okay, so you got a late start. So I do have guest stars if you want to come up, Tony. But if you're busy getting ready to go to a conference and stuff, just to let you know. Tim, I don't know if you can come up, but you're on your phone, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. I just want to extend the invitation and stuff like that because I do have it up. Yeah, give me a. Oh, okay. Well, let me get a cup of coffee, refresh my cup of coffee, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay. How's that sound, guys? We'll go ahead and we're in an extended period because it's still dark out, and okay, you're busy, Tim, but I'm gonna bring. Tony says he can come up for a few, and I don't want to keep him, but we're gonna go ahead and what am I doing here? We'll be right back. And we're back. We are back. We are back. We got a fresh cup of coffee here. My earbuds are going dead, so I got to change them out. Let me go ahead and shut this down here. And let's see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring. Let me get this charged up here. And let's send Tony an invitation. He's in our favorites. Where's he at? There he is. Okay, we'll send him an invitation. And invitation's been sent, Tony. So and I'm not going to keep you. You got to go, and stuff like that. But I appreciate you, wanting to come up for a few. We can sort of have a Belt Fantasy Belt Kings football there. As far as that, we're supposed to have a broadcast. We were talking yesterday on Tony's broadcast there to what is it, to have a late after night and stuff, and we're all in favor of it. But it's one of those things, I guess, when it comes to doing it, it's like as far as that goes. So the invitation's been sent, Tony, and how's our broadcast going here? The broadcast is doing very well. We have no drop frames. We're at 0.2% on the CPUs, 3.3%, 60 frames per second. We're in the green. On the OBS side, we are we're pushing out 3667 kbs, but then it goes to Twitch, and then Twitch is sending it out at 3360. So we're losing a couple hundred, but that's between here and Twitch. So okay, I got the auto add. So as soon as Tony comes in, Tony will be automatically added on the backstage as far as that goes. So he's probably getting set up and getting a I don't know, does Tony drink coffee? I don't know. Do you drink coffee, Tony? I got my second cup here, but this is the extended version of the broadcast here, because I can't go out. Me and the missus. Well, we're not even sure if it's raining. I know it's wet out. Let me check the radar here. I could do that while we're waiting for Tony. What's the radar say? Let's go back to the radar. And yeah, it's raining out. It says it's raining out right now. And let's see, we got the Doppler up. It's populating. Oh, okay, we got incoming. We got incoming rain. That's what we got. It's sporadic. It looks like it's sporadic. Which way is that traveling now? Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's traveling up from the northwest. And let's see what that looks at on the big scale. Oh, that's coming all the way out of Ohio. There's a long line. Hopefully that moves east. There's a long line all the way from, holy crap, from Maine all the way down to Houston. Holy shit. That's a big band of rain right there. And yep, New York City is getting hammered with rain. So it's moving northeast, but hopefully when it moves to the east as far as that whole big line. It's from Maine all the way down to Houston, weather-wise. So and let's see where Tony's at. It looks like it's clear, and I think out there in Michigan where Tim Fan is at, it's clear as well. So there's an extended weather as we go into the second half. Well, the extended portion, not half, because I can stay on for another 30-40 minutes as far as that goes. And as far as that's why I'm very thankful that I have guest stars, so where I can bring somebody up. So it'll be interesting because I haven't had Tony up here. I think the last time I had Tony up here in guest stars, and let's see, is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, hang on. Let's bring Tony up. We'll push him to the thing, and we'll bring him over. Good morning, Tony. Are you there? Tony? I'm not hearing anything. We do have a picture of him. We do have Tony Tone 72. I'm not getting any sound, Tony. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I could turn him. Hey, are you there, Tony? Okay, I got my sound up. I'm not getting any sound. I got him pushed. I don't have you muted. So I wonder if it's on, unless he's still getting set up. And he's in slot 1, and I have it so. And you can see our new background. We got a new background as far as that goes. I put this up. This is our new guest stars, but it's not called guest stars anymore. It's called streaming together. And we're waiting for Tony. Let's see. Poor connection. Okay, we're getting a poor connection, Tony. That's something I haven't seen. Hey, Helen, good morning. We got Leggy Lady 01, Helen from Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm getting a little bit of a poor connection on the in the guest stars, Tony. Cup of Joe, good morning. Cup of Joe's in the house. Oh, good. Cup of Joe is here. So we're still working on getting Tony up. I'm looking at the thing right now, Tony, and just at the 11 o'clock position on your picture icon of yourself, there it says push, which you're pushed to the broadcast because you can see the box over here of Tony, but it has a little real triangle. It says connection, poor connection, poor connection. So I'm not sure. I'm having no issues with my broadcast on this end. So how we doing, Cup of Joe? Cup of Joe coming in from Pleasant City, Ohio, where it's probably raining cats and dogs there in Ohio, from what I saw on the map. Let's see. Yeah, you're probably getting a lot of rain there, aren't you, Joe? So we got Tony up. We just don't have a Tony. I have you up. Do you have your audio, or are you still getting set up? He's probably putting on his robe and stuff and getting his. And Tony saying good morning to Helen, Cup of Joe. I'm doing okay. I'm just sick and under the. Oh, you're under the weather. Yep, that's that time. I was a little under the weather here about a week ago or so. So make sure you drink your water and take some extra vitamin C, sir. We're waiting to get Tony up here. I don't know. It's raining and cold. Okay, Tony, I can see and hear you. Okay, you want to try and bounce out. I'm going to bounce you out. Should I try and send you another invite, or you want to try using the same invite? Yeah, we don't see him. We saw his box. He has his box. Okay, he's off. He's offline now. I'm going to send him another invite here. He's got a new place where he's living at, so he's probably has a different type of internet. I'm going to send you another invitation, Tony. An invitation's been sent. He's getting ready. I'm seeing that. Okay, and he's auto, and we're going to push you. And we pushed him. And we have him here, but can we hear him? And I have my volume up. I can hear, so we see the box. Yeah, we see the box. And see, I'm still getting that poor connection from you, Tony. That's something. I can see that right now. Hang on for a minute. Have a good day. So I'm not sure what's up going on here. Let me see. I'm going to... Just for kicks and giggles, Cup of Joe, I'm going to send you an invite if you want to come up, sir. I'll send an invite to Cup of Joe. We're still working on getting Tony up. I don't know if you want to come up, Joe. If you're in, you might be sneezing and coughing and all that. So, but Tony, I'm not sure what's going on. It says a poor connection of some sort. Let me see. I'm going to take a snapshot of that. I'll send you a picture of what I'm seeing, Tony. Okay, we got that. And I know you're there. I see your box. Your box is right here. It's right there, and stuff. Yes, I can't talk well now. Oh, okay. No, okay, Joe. All right, you can't talk. So I see what you're seeing. Oh, you see that little triangle then? Okay, okay. So that's got to be on your end, possibly. I don't see where it's on my end because everything's. I got 0 drop frames. I'm pushing at 60 frames per second. CPU rate is down next to nothing, so I'm not sure what's going on. That's interesting. Well, this is interesting. We're Tony has moved from he has a new residence and stuff like that, so everything, it's a new internet. So the last time he was on, the guest stars here, that at least did you get the phone notification? Share the photo. Okay, let me see that photo here. Hang on, Tony. I'm saying, okay, let's see. Tony just sent me a picture here. Let's see what it says on the thing. Stand by. Let's see, message, and we go to Tony. I was just getting ready to send you one, but oh, you got the picture though. What's going on there? Oh, wow. You actually, well, that's on your end, too. It says you're live. What the hell? Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. Wow, that is interesting, Tony. FFS, yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. Yeah, to use and Cup of Joe's rating with 1. Thank you, Cup of Joe. We love Cup of Joe's rate of 1. I see what you're seeing. Yeah, but you have an actual picture. So why am you're live? The stream is now live. Say hi. What the hell is going on here? Let me try again here. Let me check my connections here. Let's see. Move guest query, copy guest, remove from favorites, move to query. Let's put you in. You got pushed to slot 1. I'm not seeing. Wow. Let me hang on for a minute. Let me see something here real quick. I'm going to send you what I'm seeing. So this is an interesting experiment here. Let's see, red, and we want circle. Okay. And Tony, I'm going to send you what I'm seeing right now. So you got an idea that, you know, I'm actually seeing that you have a picture. Let's see, we go ahead and copy that. And hang on, I'm going to be sending you a DM here real quick, like messages. And this is what I see, Tony. Okay, so you can see what I'm seeing, and that the little red circle is showing. So I don't know if that's on my end or your end now, because from what I'm seeing with your picture, I should have your picture up. So that's interesting. So I just sent you my picture, and we got ad break ends in. Let's see, Helen. This is like This is like the carry on. This is like the carry on that I had when I tried guest stars. It was too much. No, it's just a connection thing. Too much hassle, and I couldn't get Jeeves on. I had his audio, but could not get his. Yeah, but commercials in 4. Okay. Okay, you see what I'm seeing then, Tony? So there's a connection. I've had Tony up before, so I'm not sure if there's. Because I had Cup of Joe up here a couple weeks ago, had no issues. He came right up. So there's definitely something going on with the internet. That's what I'm going to attribute it to, because we do have his box, as you can see over here. We're not just getting the picture, and I'm not seeing anything on my end as far as that goes. And that's interesting. So it's a good test, if anything. Okay, we're ad back. Thank you, Cup of Joe. So that is interesting. You know what? I'm gonna drop you down, Tony, and I'm gonna send you a new invite. Let's try that, okay? Remove guest, and let's see. We go back here, transmit to there, and you having breakfast?
I'm having breakfast.
Having breakfast, okay. And Helen, right? But you had them up since. But you've had them up since they changed it with guest stars to the new thing. They just changed the name. It's still the same. Other than the fact that I did notice, trying to bring up Ed Waters, there's a... Tony, are you on Chrome? Are you on Chrome or... you know, that might be the difference. I think Chrome is supposed to work the best. They say you can use Firefox. You're on Chrome, okay. All right, I'm going to send you another invite. They relaunched it, right? Well, they renamed it. That's what I saw. That's what I'm seeing, Helen. They renamed it from guest stars to stream together, as far as that goes. I haven't seen any publications of it and stuff like that. So we're gonna try and send. We're gonna send Tony another invite, and I'm not gonna auto add him. I'm just gonna. Okay, Tony, I'm gonna send you another invite here. Invite sent. And I'm gonna actually slot him. Let's see if that, because I had the auto slot on. Thought it was different on the back end. No, it looks the same. The only thing right up here on the top, it says start streaming together. It used to say start guest stars, but for all practical purpose, the backstage is the same. Okay, there's Tony. We're gonna add his call, and we're gonna add him to the stream, and we're getting nothing but a box. Wow. This is interesting because it's the change of late here now is, like I said, Saturday, Ed Waters, he had to use a phone verification. I have my phone verification and email turned off, so that's on the Twitch side. Tony is the first guest that I was able to bring up his box. So ask me again why I use, yeah. I know why you're using Restream. You're preaching to the choir, Tony, okay? You're preaching to the choir. But this is what I use. Let's see. I will try to come up but can't stay. Okay, let's try. Cup of Joe is willing to. We're going to do a test. I'm going to send Cup of Joe a invite. Thank you, Cup of Joe. You don't have to stay. You just pop up to see if we can see your picture. So I'm going to send Cup of Joe in because I had Cup of Joe up here. Okay, we sent an invitation to Cup of Joe. And let me get my three side going. And we'll see if Cup of Joe comes up. And Cup of Joe, I think he is on an iPad. And we're waiting, and Cup of Joe is getting ready. And this will be the test. If we get a picture of just Cup of Joe, okay, we're adding Cup of Joe to the query. And there's something going on with the Twitch because this is what I'm seeing. Unless there's something going on my end. That's what I'm seeing right now. Thank you, Cup of Joe. We just see, you can see below. It's like, at least we got you up, okay? That is interesting. Thank you, Cup of Joe, for that explains it. He's muted. Okay, hang on. Let me see. No, I don't have him muted. There's something going, and I have the same. Tony, that picture I sent you, I have the same picture as Cup of Joe, poor connection. So it might be on my end.
Rain, crap.
Oh, that's right. It's raining here. Okay, that's that. There, I gotta count that. The missus just told me it's raining, so there's a variable. You hear him? How come I don't hear him? Wow. You can hear him. Can you hear him, Helen? Well, if can you hear him on the stream, Helen? Because Tony's probably hearing him through the guest stars client. Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. Let's see. I did try to say that it's a problem with the Twitch. Yeah, it could be. No, you don't hear him. So Tony is hearing him through the client that he has up. He has the client thing. Let's see. I got sent an email. We can see and hear each other. Really? But I can't. So it might be my end.
It's all you, buddy.
It's all me. This is fun. I'm about to start joking now. No, that's all right. It's just I appreciate you guys coming up. Maybe I just got a bad connection. Oh, she's hilarious. Oh, she's a, oh. Let me see something here. Did Tony send me another? Okay, Tony. I see what you're seeing. Oh man, look at that. Okay. So there might be something on my end that's not working. And I have all the twos. It says push, push. Let me see. No. I'm checking all the buttons, and the only thing is I have a poor connection. And it might be on my end because it is raining here. But that's interesting that you guys can hear each other through the client. And let's see. I see.
Did you forget to push a button, Rich?
No, I'm looking at the buttons. Okay, I know I forget things, but I'm pushing the buttons as far as that goes. Okay, Helen, have a good day. You're out. Okay. Yeah, we're just going around in circles here and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna boot you guys and stuff. Thank you. We'll have to try it again. Okay, it might be a connection on my side, and I appreciate you trying to come up. And we'll guest stars is not. There is a problem with guest stars, folks. Okay. Let's see. What do I want? I want go back here. Okay. We'll just have to. I appreciate you, Tony, the attempt, but that's interesting. I see the picture there that you sent me of you and Cup of Joe. So you guys are talking in the client, but your client isn't talking to my client. So that's the problem. And I see a poor connection. Now you lost sound. I took you. I booted you off, Cup of Joe. Okay. I'm back to the one screen here and stuff like that. See, I've got the for 2. That's for 2, and that's for 3. I go up here, and you two are below me. I can set up for 4. And that's for 6. Okay, you're back. Okay. Yeah, I just took you off the guest stars as far as that goes. I put it down. We'll have to try it another time. It might be my morning connection because of the rain. And then, like Helen said, it might be the fact that it might be a Twitch thing, because Twitch does have that. I've had Cup of Joe up before, and I've had Tony up before. So you guys didn't get the phone verification that Ed Waters did on Saturday. Or yesterday. He was on yesterday morning when I was on before Tony D's Belt Kings Fantasy Football. And this is telling me something. It might be my end as far as a poor connection. I know there was an update in the morning. Yeah, okay, so it might be a Twitch thing. because I'm looking at all aspects on my end, and everything is running. I mean, I have 0 frames drop. I'm in the green, the little green box in the lower right-hand corner. So for all practical purpose, this is a stellar broadcast as far as that goes. And on the Twitch thing, I'm at 720p, 60 frames per second, and I'm seeing, and we're up on the big screen, as you can see. And I've seen, you got the comments there too. So this is something new I'll probably do every once in a while. I'll bring up the big screen. I had this up yesterday. The debut of this was yesterday on Tony D's broadcast. I have Twitch up on the Roku, so which I find interesting, because the first thing I see when I go to Tony's broadcast yesterday, he's getting commercials. I'm seeing commercials on Tony's broadcast, so that's good for Tony because he gets the ad revenues and stuff like that. So that's an interesting experiment. I would love to have Tony up and Cup of Joe. We'll try it again. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't see anything on my end. Oh, and we're getting daylight out. Is it raining out? I don't know. Were we going to go for a walk? I don't know. We might not go for a walk. It's kind of nasty out.
Maybe later if it stops, we can walk around town or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was raining all day yesterday. It's supposed to rain again, pretty heavy and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be yucky out.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. So.
How long are you gonna be on?
Oh, about another 10, 15 minutes. Well,
So maybe an hour.
hang on for a minute, folks. Okay, yeah. What do we got for time here? Oh, we got an hour, and I'm not going to go 2 hours. We're going to go probably another 10, 15 minutes here and stuff just to wrap this up. Huh?
I brush my teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got to get... Let's see, Cup of Joe. I know there was an update there was an update this morning. Let me check. Can't wait to see the snow for the first time in 14 years, Cup of Joe is saying. He's out there in Pleasant City, Ohio.
Enjoy it.
What's that?
Enjoy the snow.
Enjoy the snow. That's what the missus says, Joe.
I like the snow.
Enjoy the snow, Joe. I like it, but then it gets old as winter trunk, and then I just look forward to spring. Which lots of that. Which incidentally, just to bring what I was speaking before, this weekend there's 15 acres back here, out here, and I put a picture and I did an audio of the combine harvesting the soybean, and it was Saturday afternoon, and it was a nice Saturday, a perfect day to go out there, and there's just this combine is just the big thing up in front. It had to be 30 feet, the big tumble things here that cuts the soybean. And it was later that evening. We're sitting there watching on Netflix, Kim's Convenience. That's the series we're watching right now. We're on season 2. Kim's Convenience on Netflix. It's a great program. I love it. The missus on the side, that she noticed some lights because I own about 2 acres back here, an acre and 3/4 of the 15 acres that are out here. And so I walked out, and it looked like they're planting something, because they already took down the soybean. I come back in, I tell the missus, it looks like they're planting something, and she says probably the winter wheat. So we got winter wheat growing, which in a couple weeks I'll see if we have some little green sprouts sprouting up there that are green. And I remember they did the winter wheat last year, and it stayed green throughout the winter. The snow would cover it, and then it would melt. It was a green. I got to get the winter wheat, not weeds, winter wheat. It sounds like I'm saying weeds. Oh, Cup of Joe. So that'll be interesting. And hopefully after the winter wheat, they plant corn next year, because I want to see the corn. It's been a couple years since we've seen the corn. When we first moved here, the first 10... We've been here, 28 years now since I've been out. We saw corn for like the first 10, 15 years. And then our neighbor here that owns the farm, he's a well-known gentleman here. in the town, in the village. He passed away, and he had a full working dairy farm right next door. When we first moved here, there was at least 50 dairy cows up on the back hill and stuff. That I love to sit on the back porch, drinking a beer and watching them and stuff. But I got to get the drone out. I have a drone that I can fly out and around there, and it was just interesting that's one of the benchmarks of the season that we're getting ready to. They harvest the soybean. We're getting ready to go into the winter months. As far as that, we're well into autumn and fall, because I'm seeing geese. They're coming over by we saw when we walked the other day. We saw like 50 to 75 of them flying across over by the golf course when we were walking that, the back nine, for our morning walk. And I don't think we're going to get a walk out today because it is cloudy out there and it doesn't look too pleasant as far as that goes. So, this one went down. What the hell happened here? Let's bring this back up. We got ads in 52 seconds, folks, and from what my message is telling me, or maybe that was before. Oh no, that was from before. I just had to refresh this. Okay, so but no, I'm not going to go 2 hours. I'm going to because the missus has to start the cleaning process, and that includes vacuuming, and I don't want you to listen to the vacuuming and stuff. And I got to stay out of her way this morning, as far as that goes. So, let's see. That was interesting, though. It's just interesting as far as the guest stars not working. Thank you, Joe, for the icon and stuff like that. Thank you. But we had a very good broadcast yesterday on Tony D. Tony D's broadcast, Belt Kings Fantasy Football. That was phenomenal, Tony. That was a phenomenal broadcast. We had a good panel. Michael behaved to a certain degree. It went a little long. I think when we have that many people on, Tony, I think it's gonna. Yeah, it was lots of laugh. I think when you have that many people on your broadcast, and here's the thing, Tony, Restream worked flawlessly compared to guest stars. Restream is a great platform. It did. It's 5-star plus. It's a great play. I still like I do use Restream, but for the morning broadcast, I like using the OBS because it just has some features on it that I enjoy using, and I am an avid OBS user. I have it down pat. There's some people that just don't like it; they despise it and stuff like that. And there's other platforms like I've tried Prism. I don't like Prism. I know Walt uses Walt Hollick. He's a broadcaster. He used to be a broadcaster on Twitch. I got word that he might be on somebody else's broadcast. A gentleman named Jim Figerty. Jim Figerty is up. Maybe we'll raid him. Oh, the James Price. Maybe we'll raid James Price. Man, that's something. We could do a raid. How about that? We do a raid. Let's see. Yes, they did. Oh, did the Jets beat? Yes, they. Cup of Joe, the Jets. That was a depressing loss. I'm a Giant fan, and what is it? The Jets. They got a win. It was because of the kicking. I thought so. I saw the Jets ahead. Yeah, they were ahead, but then the Giants went ahead. They were ahead, and if they kicked the field goal, because the first field goal the guy missed, that last field goal he missed, that would have cinched it for him because I think the Giants would have won it. But that was an ugly game too, Tony. It was ugly. Yeah, I don't care. Let's just say the Jets won because the Giants couldn't get their act together. And that's what you could say about the Chiefs-Broncos game, Tony, too. In that game, what was it? There was 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. Mahomes had 2 interceptions. There was 2 fumbles, and Russell Wilson threw for 3 touchdowns in that game. And they showed up. The Broncos. They're not the bumbling idiots of the last games they played. So my hat's off to them. I'm going to be tallying up the things. I think everybody's close on the weekly challenge there and stuff. Nobody's really going out. I think we're all close within a game on the first 10 games, the afternoon games. I didn't calculate the evening game, the late games and the evening game last night. Well, we got Monday Night Football tonight, so probably tomorrow morning. I'll probably calculate up to all the games, and then I got to add in Monday night's game tonight, tomorrow. And so good weekend of football, NFL football there yesterday. The way the football weekend started, Buffalo Bills won, thank God. Okay, Dolphins, I think they're the real deal. The Chargers games was abysmal. The Chargers just romped on the Chicago Bears. They just had a field day, I guess, when I saw the score. I slept through that game. So if you guys were broadcasting last night, which I didn't see anything that indicated that you broadcast last night. I know we were talking about it. So I'll have to save those 2 shots of Crown Royal on another time when I'm up with Tony. I've got a bottle of Crown Royal Peach that the guys gave me for a going away present when I retired. When I stopped, we went out. They had a dinner for me, and that was one of the things they presented to me, as far as that goes. And I still have 2 shots left, and the missus said I can have that. I got to drink it with Tony. So we'll pick a special night, Tony. I'll save that for a special night. Well, because I'm not going to be drinking that early in Sunday morning. Okay, that's sort of an afternoon evening. Though I have drank beer and whiskey early in the morning back when I was in the service. I went to bed after that game. Yeah, I was sleeping on the couch. I woke up and the game was over and was like, okay, I'll check the box score. So, I knew that the Chargers were way ahead, so I went to bed. I think I got up. I don't know what time I went to bed, but I think I woke up at about 11:30 or something like that. And the TV was already off. Actually, thinking about it, I think the missus woke up and she let me sleep on the couch and stuff. And then I just woke up and went to bed, as far as that goes, and such. So, but let's see, what do we got here? We're still doing good on there. Yep, that's working pretty good. You can see I got the right over here is the comments. So I guess if you go to a big screen, you can see the comments. I got sort of a. So I'm liking that setup. It's something different than the Google the Chromecast that I usually have up there. It's Chromecast, Google TV, same thing basically. It's we got the Google TV Chromecast out on the living room. This is the Chromecast I have here is the first generation. I just popped it in there, so which is good because I can cast things up on there if I want to from this screen. So let's see. Yeah, it looks a little wet out there. It does look wet. We got cloudy overcast as far as that goes, and such. So, but we got 10 minutes to the next ad break. Cup of Joe, Mrs. finally got a decent sleep while you was on the no. She's up and about as many times as I am, Joe, as far as that goes. She does sleep well. She as far as that goes. So but she got up and she saw that I was racked out on the couch and stuff like that, and then I wake up and I see, oh, the TV's off. So as far as that goes, but and then I go to sleep at 11:30. I think I wake up at 4 o'clock for the cats, and then I go back to sleep for another hour, and then I'm up for the day. It might be a good afternoon to take a nap too, as far as that goes. So, but let's see. That's about it. We're at an hour and 36 minutes. I'm not going to go to do the 2-hour bit. That's going to be more of a Friday thing, as far as that goes. Or you know, she's taking care of herself and brushing her teeth and all that and stuff like that. But she wants to get going with she does the house cleaning on Monday. So I stay out of the way, and then I end up doing the morning wash and stuff. That's one of my jobs I do and stuff like that. So, but this has been a very interesting broadcast as far as that goes, from the guest stars aspect. So we're going to have to check into that later. Maybe I might do Joe, if you're available, maybe later this afternoon, I can try and bring you up and see if just the time of day changes. Oh, I know what I was looking at. I'm going to see Cup of Joe. Let's see. Before we go, I just want to check. Let's see. Do I have manage apps? No, I'm not getting any update for my on the Google Play Store for Twitch. So, but like I said, they've been doing some changes here. They changed the name in the last week or so, as far as that goes, and well, we'll just see. I'll see if I come back on later this afternoon. If I'm not taking a nap, I don't know what my schedule is today. So, but I want to say let's go ahead and cue the outro music. And I want to say thank you to Tim Fan 40, who was missing in action there for a while. Tim Fan 40, yo yo. And he forgot to say Hap sucks, so I'll say it for him. Thank you for being here, Tim. Thank you, Tony D, as always, sir. You're my brother, veteran, and fellow broadcaster there. Appreciate you being here. Joe, Cup of Joe says, take care, everyone. And then Tony says, my play. Yeah, you are tops, man. You are tops. Thank you very much. Thank you, Helen, Leggy Lady 01 for popping in this morning. Great to have you. I want to say thank you to Cup of Joe, of course. Thank you for accommodating and with your rate of 1. I love the rate of 1. That is Cup of Joe, rate of 1. Oh shoot, we were gonna raid somebody. Nah, I'm not gonna raid. I'm not into that raid bit and stuff. There's some bonehead that likes raiding. We had a raid yesterday, but we'll just leave that there. That's my signature, rate of 1. I like that, Cup of Joe. We're gonna leave that there. But thank you, Helen. Thank you, Cup of Joe. Thank you, Tim, Fan 40. Thank you, Tony, as always. And can I get a bazanga from you, Tony, as we leave? And this is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch. And there it is, Tony coming in with the bazanga. That means have a great day, folks. But you can follow me, Fireman Rich, here on Twitch, as well as over there on Truth Social, Instagram, Threads, and X/Twitter. And I do have the Facebook, public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. So you all have a good one wherever you may be. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. And thank you all in the chat. You are great. Thank you very much. I'm just a bonehead. The people over there in the chat, they're the ones that are, let's see. I think it's that way. Yeah, the chat is over here. The people in the chat, they make this show. So thank you very much, Sarah. And thank you for the replay view here on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. You all take care. Ciao for now.